Hi everyone, I just thought I'd show you my process on my 20-ounce skinny tumblers. I hope you can see okay. Right, so these are the tumblers. I get my tumblers from XO Craft Blanks or Creative Labels and more. I can link those if you like. I just use the plastic that comes in, get any dirt and whatnot off. And then I've printed out my design. I actually make my own designs and I sell them, which I can also link below. I find the way to get a good tumbler is a good template. And then cut carefully around, then making sure to get no white bits. And you want to make sure you get especially good around the sides, because that's where your seam's going to be. Now this, normally I make seamless patterns. This one is not, but if we do a good job, if we do a good job, it probably won't matter anyway. But the trick is to place it well and tape it tight. I should have cut this out before, sorry. And this is my first video too, so I apologise if it's going to be really bad. Cut our design. I had to print this on A3. It's mirrored. I use an Epson Workforce 7710 printer with Inktech inks or Sublimate inks, which I find really good. Okay, so we've got our tape, we've got our tumbler. Now we're going to lay the tumbler roughly in the middle, and when we do it, we only want to just overlap. What about that much of an overlap? So I'm going to actually trim a little bit off, and I'll probably go that side because this side's got a bit of writing on it. You can do more later, but you can't go back and put more on. So I cut off like that much. I'm going to try again. Can you see roughly how much got top and bottom there? I've gone off the top there, that's not good. Okay, yep, that's better. So now we've only got a little bit more than that overlap. Okay, so we want to make sure our whole tumbler is covered top and bottom. Now it is a tight fit. Okay, that's good. Alright, we're going to hold it. We're going to tape there. And we're going to tape all up the side. I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. If you line the tape up so it just touches together, you can actually pull it all off in one go, which is great. And then just tuck that a little bit in there. Now we're also going to tape along the top. I have a bit of trouble with the top, I will admit. Sometimes it doesn't transfer very good. Now the paper I use is actually J. Burroughs digital copy paper from Officeworks. It's less than $10 for a ream. I think you get 250 sheets of paper. I'm still going on my first packet and I've pressed a lot, trust me. I've only been subbing since May. Okay, so I've taped the bottom, taped in the top, and I've taped along the edge. Now, my trick, a sheet of A4 J. Burroughs copy paper. You can use any A4 printer paper. We're going to wrap over it. Tight, very tight, because you do not want this to wrinkle. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's on a bit of a lean. And then we're going to tape that as well, top to bottom. Make sure you hold it super tight. As you can see, done that in a line. So hopefully I can pull in one go. Okay, then we need a shrink wrap bag. I don't use sleeves, this is an actual bag. So, let's see. Okay, an actual bag. I'm going to slide my tumbler in carefully because you do not want to move that paper. Okay. It gets a bit tricky here because it gets a bit tight. Okay, that's the bottom. Now you just check and make sure your paper didn't move, which mine didn't. And it didn't move at the top. Okay. So extra here. So it did. Okay. Now the tumbler is ready for the oven. This is my oven. It's from Big W. It was $179. It's got 3 knobs down the side, rotisserie grill, all your bake settings, and your timer. I don't use the timer on this. Okay, and then inside I've got the baking tray it came with, and baking paper, heat tape the baking paper to the tray, because I actually had a mishap where the baking paper blew up in the element and started a fire, and that wasn't fun. So I've got my tumbler. I'm going to lay it on its side and just put it in, and then I'll come over here and I'll show you the settings. The top one I'm going to put on 140, the next one bake, and the bottom one stay on. I don't use thermometers. You probably should, but now that I've worked out the exact method with this oven, I don't. But if you're not sure, just keep it down low, otherwise you're going to burn it and you're going to waste your tumbler. I don't put the oven on first and preheat it. I just let it go. And yes, the tumbler will roll around, that's fine. It's just doing its job. Nice and tight. Well, I'll let you go there. At 3 minutes I turn the tumbler just with my glove, just roll it over, put it on for another 3 minutes, and I'll come back when I've pulled it out and we'll take the paper off and have a look. Okay, so I'm back. The tumbler actually got a pretty seal at the bottom and at the top. So now it's going to be hard to see, I'm sorry. I'm just going to, it's hot, so I'll get this. There we go. The shrink wrap's off. Now I'm going to pull off the rest of this paper. Half of the tape came off with the shrink wrap. And that's why I use this paper, because otherwise when you pull the shrink wrap off, it'll pull off the tape to your design, and that's when you can get shadowing. So that's the baking paper off. That's what we've got. There's our seam, dreaded seam. Okay, so peel tape off. I'm still holding the design tight. You don't want the design to move or you'll get ghosting and shadowing. Okay, I'm going to pull my glove off for this big reveal. Just roll, roll. So, that's the bottom. Here's our tumbler, and the seam, where is it? There. Okay, so I hope that's helped everybody, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and happy tumbler making.